Next video. In today's video I will show you how you can drastically reduce your React Native application size just by a few tweaks. Firstly, if you can afford, you can use the new architecture. Like I have already covered this many a times. Like all of my videos on React Native are for new architecture, so you can enable the new architecture if you want to, if you can afford to. That's the first tip. The second tip is inside images, like if you are using any kind of an images, use WebP images. So here you can see this is a WebP image, and you can see at the bottom the size of this image is 1.41 MB, and if you see the original image, it is like 3.76 MB. Like this WebP image of 1.41, I can even reduce it more without losing any kind of image quality as such. So if you want to, you can use an online tool to know how to convert a WebP, how to convert a JPEG or PNG or any kind of an image to WebP image. Or you can use Android Studio. Just create a new Android Studio project and just drag and drop your drawables inside, drag and drop your images inside the drawable folder, and just right click on your image. You will see an option of convert to WebP, and the image will be converted to WebP, and it will also specify a percent indicator on how much encoding you want to do. The 75% encoding is the standard, but you can even make it less so that the image size would be even would be lesser. Then you can just drag and drop that image from your drawable to over here. Inside this React Native folder, wherever you place your images, and while using it, you can just use it like normal images. You don't have to add any kind of special changes. So this will reduce your app size drastically. Next thing is only for Android. So for Android, what you can do is go to your build.gradle, over this build.gradle, and inside release you can make this minified enable as true, as well as shrink resources as true. And once you do that, so this change is not as simple as it sounds. So once you enable this minified enable as well as shrink resources, then you will need to add some ProGuard rules as well if you are using any third-party dependency. So suppose I'm using React Native keychain. Now for each of the third-party library, it is specified in the documentation. If you are enabling minified enable, just find the ProGuard section inside the documentation, and it will tell you what else you need to add inside your ProGuard rules.pro file. Okay, so for if you are using React Native keychain, you will have to add this content over here inside ProGuard rules.pro, so you can add it over here. Similarly, if you have any third-party dependency, check its documentation. It will specify if there are any ProGuard rules. If it doesn't specify, then you don't need to worry about it. If there is some dependency and you haven't added ProGuard rules for it, your app will crash in release mode. Also, once you enable this minified enable as well as shrink resources, you should only test this inside the release version of your application. This won't reduce your size for debug application. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.